Hello everybody, Redocking here, welcome to another Dokkan battle video. So this is gonna be a little bit random, but I'm gonna upload this. I might have been missing for a few days, I don't know. But I'm gonna upload this for just video purposes, just to have some videos in the channel, due to the fact that I'm gonna be away soon. So I don't know when this is gonna go up. I'm thinking that it's gonna go up the day I'm gonna be away, or during the days that I'm gonna be away. So I'm hopeful that I get some Caulifla content before I go away. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about one of the units that has returned to the Dokkan coin shop, right? So one of the teal coin characters that you guys can be able to collect is this AGL LR Jiren. Now, when I did my summons for Gotenks, he was also in the banner. I was not able to pull him at all. If you guys recall, I did some summons off camera for Gotenks, but I was never able to pull this guy, so there was no showcases on the channel for this guy at all. And I do kind of want to revisit him a little bit in the landscape that we have right nowadays, so let's go ahead and talk about him. And especially as well, this could also influence some people to maybe pick him up with the coins and things like that. Who knows? So our boy here is Universe 11 category Key +4 all stats 200%, or Universe Survival Saga category Key +3 all stats 200% as well. So this is before they started making these leader skills 220% for Carnival characters. Remember, on JP, I think this guy released in, was it July or August of last year? Let me look that up before we continue. I think it was. Let me actually. I think I can check it on the wiki, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's gonna take me a bit. I'm assuming he came out in July. Yeah, July 18th, 2024. This was during the Tanabata celebration because it was the Goku and Frieza fight that was brought in. So over here on Global, we unfortunately got him in December, so it was kind of a little bit bad that we got that delayed there. So we got his 18 key, his 12 key, raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy. And then we have the 18 key, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage with a high chance of stunning the enemy. We got his passive here. He gets Key +8, 350% attack and defense. He has 50% damage reduction, which is not bad. Then for 1 turn from the character's entry turn, he interrupts the attacked enemy's action. That's pretty nice. I guess that's the intimidation side of Jiren, right? In the full display. And then when attacking, he gets attack and defense +50%, and as the second or third attacker in the turn, he gets attack +100%, great chance of performing a critical hit, and he gets 11% damage reduction. Not a lot coming in from him, but the most that we're gonna see from him is his standby. That is gonna be the impactful thing. So let's go ahead and jump into an event. We're actually in a very tough event this time around. So we're gonna go into the Goku Story Universe Survival Saga stage of the Red Zone. I did not put intros on, but I think Jiren does have some animations on his standby, which I would like to show whenever we get to that. But yeah, I kind of wanted to show him a little bit because, again, this could also influence the decision of people trying to pick him up with the coins, although I feel like he is the least liked in regards to like picking him up with the coins. Gotenks is, I feel, better than Jiren. But again, I haven't used this guy at all. I have never used this guy. I've never been able to take advantage of him. So I'm gonna go ahead and utilize him here for you guys and see what will be the consensus. Is he good enough to be picked up with the coins, or he's just not like up to par with anything? So it's a whole new ensemble, right? I need to get acquainted with this character. So that is what he does before his standby. Do keep in mind that his standby can be activated starting from the 3rd turn from the character's entry turn, which is going to be on turn 4. Yeah, on turn 4 we're going to be able to see that. And his standby is possibly what is going to be of most interest of people, right? So we'll go ahead and check his standby out. Very curious to see how the character performs. Now, this is not like a cookie cutter type of event. This is a pretty tough redstone stage, so we gotta be careful. Alright, so again, do keep in mind that... Actually, I haven't used Topo in a bit. My Topo is only 55%, so that's another problem. So we got Guard, and we got 31% damage reduction. I think we can leave him on slot 1. And then I'll bid my Jiren outside. So yeah, let's do that. Again, do keep in mind that my Jiren is just full level 1 links. I did kind of want to link level him, but no. I did want to do the showcase for him before I do that. So let's see. Let's see how we go with this team. This is not a team that has been like... Well, this is the Universe Survival Saga, but of course the variant is maybe using Evolution Blue Vegeta as the leader because he's the best leader. 220% for Universe Survival Saga. But there are options for this Jiren as well. I do want it to set it up so that Jiren can also be like properly used. So I'm excited. Let's see what it does. So this is almost 10 million. No links active, by the way, but we are getting support from the Topo. So, all right. So I'm gonna keep this Tech Jiren here because I want to link him up with the AGL Jiren that we just floated off. So I'll keep some Jiren's, this Jiren in the rotation, and I'll keep the. I'll have to wait until we get the RL or AGL Jiren in rotation. So, but yeah, like I mentioned, maybe picking up with the coins could be a good idea, depending on what your outlook for the characters are right now. So, for example, this character in particular, like I mentioned, he might not be better than Gotenks, like Gotenks is right now on the banners. But, you know, his standby turn can also be pretty effective. So, let's go. Let me go into his standby details real quick. That is not his standby details. Okay. So, yeah, we'll be able to see that soon. Alright. So this Jiren is not going to get the standby, is he? I mean, we're on turn 4, actually. We are going to possibly get it. Yeah, there it is. The thing is, I do kind of want to get it with my Jiren. So... this could be pretty dangerous, actually. Does it interfere by having the standby? Because the thing is that we got to collect some charge count. It might interfere. So let me not do it with this Jiren. I want to do the standby with my Jiren. So... do I go into... I mean... I'm sorry, I haven't used Topo in quite a bit. So it's 11% damage reduction. Permanently. And he guards all attacks for 3 turns. So we get the 31% damage reduction. I don't want to use his transformation just yet, but what are the chances that we're going to get supered? That might be pretty high. Let me not transform with him just yet. We are providing support with this Topo too. So if we transform... again, I haven't used this Topo in a bit. Do we lose the support? Yeah, we do. Alright. So I'm not going to do it just yet. If we die, then that's egg on my face, right? Most of these characters are not up to par with this event. Yeah, 42k. So it can be pretty tedious to try to showcase these characters on an environment like this, when they might have been power crept. That could be one of the options there. But yeah, like if picking up Gotenks has a lot of more reliable options to be ran on. Of course, this Universe Survival Saga and then Universe 11. Oh, he didn't dodge that. Okay, double digits, that's not bad. But yeah, like, you have only a few options with this character, right? You got Universe Survival Saga, Universe 11. Well, Universe 11 is not existent at the moment. Turn participants, Defenders of Justice, things like that he can buff that team up. So it isn't too awful, but yeah, you got some options here and there to run with this guy. So I wouldn't say it's all horrendous, right? Alright, so let's go ahead and do his little standby here. Again, you can be able to use this starting from the third turn from his entry turn. And simply enough, he's just going to turn his back on you. Yeah, the man just turned around and he said, nah, I'm not dealing with you. So once we go into his standby, of course he's not able to attack. He gets 350% defense. All allies are getting 3 ki. He's getting 50% damage reduction. And then he randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to AGL key spheres. Of course, those excluding AGL key spheres, just so he can have more AGL key spheres, right? For every key sphere obtained, he gets 11% damage reduction. And whenever he receives an attack, he gets 100% defense right there. Not bad. And then when the character's on the second, it's the second or third character to obtain key spheres in a turn, all allies will get attack plus 70% for 2 turns. Self-excluded. So if we were to do that, I would have to possibly do this, and that is not a good option at the moment. I haven't actually ran this guy in quite a bit. He does get 30% damage reduction, but that's on his entry turn, so might not be a good idea. So we might lose a little bit of support just by putting this guy on slot 1, because he will be like our tanking unit, right? So I'm sorry, Jiren. So for that matter, you would want to have a character that can be a very solid slot 1 unit. But you will want to get the effect of that extra attack power for 2 turns. That is very helpful for characters in the next rotation as well. But since this team doesn't have a proper slot 1 unit, and I kind of want to run both of the Jirens together, I decided to just keep it like that. So we get the extra defense. Again, he's not going to be able to attack. Showing no will to fight. That's funny. Okay, then 14 million. This could have been a bit higher, of course, if we would have put him on slot 2, but we're not. She did not super, did she? Oh. I was going to say, we possibly might get supered. So, yeah, keep an eye out. UI Goku can dodge. We don't have to revive, unfortunately, so we're going to have to bank on the dodges. But yeah, by collecting all the key spheres, we're going to be able to... what is it? Collecting 24 ki or less. That is how we are able to just go ahead and go into our full power, right? Alright, I think it's time to get Topo out here. Help us out with the damage reduction. Yeah, like if I use this guy as a standby, we wouldn't have used it on the next turn, so... let's do the active skill for this guy. I don't think I need to use this active. I forgot. Again, I haven't used this guy in a while. Give me a break. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna use this just yet. Okay, so we're gonna get some damage reduction, which is not bad. I think we have 80% damage reduction, but of course, with every hit that we take, we lose damage reduction. All right, so we'll do this. I'm not gonna use UI Goku's active skill just yet, since I'm gonna be floating him off, and that's not gonna help us out. If in any case we do need help, so. Alright, so 13 million. Yeah, it's been a while since I used these guys. Good old Topo and Tech Jiren. Whenever, like, if you guys recall, I think Tech Jiren's ECA came around the time that UI Goku came out. The Tech UI Goku. So it was kind of funny that his ECA came out and there was no AGL Jiren. That is, like, really freaking funny. But what can you do, right? Alright, so now we can be able to go into our charged up form. basically we can go to full power Jiren. The only problem that I have with Jiren, I've seen footage of this guy, and then after you go into his full power form, I wish he was able to do more than just one attack. I feel like him getting some built-in additionals on his passive would have helped him out greatly, but kind of unfortunate that he didn't get that. So let's go ahead and do it. God dang it! I keep forgetting it's a standby. It's not an active. Alright, so now we got a boy full power Jiren. As you can see, he links pretty well with the tech ECA Jiren. Again, for JP, it made perfect sense to actually release the character right next to this guy's ECA, but on global, this guy got his ECA and he had no partners. He had nobody to be a company for, but yeah. So now, this Jiren, he gets Ki plus 11 and attack and defense plus 400%. He gets 60% damage reduction and a 70% chance to perform a critical hit. For one turn from the character's entry turn, he's able to foresee his enemy super attack. That's why we got the Scouter effect available. And then he also gets 11% damage reduction. So he has at least 71% damage reduction this turn alone. And that is with... Actually, he doesn't have any guard. I'm seeing it now. So he has 111% attack and defense when attacking. He does get 11% chance to crit for every super attack performed, and that seems to be stacking, or that's a permanent. Then when attacking with 24 Ki, he gets attack plus 50%, attacks are guaranteed to hit, and he performs a guaranteed crit. And then for every attack received, he gets attack plus 50%. So the problem is, without the built-in additionals that this character is just missing, like, we're not going to be able to take advantage of his build-up on crit. But he is constantly always going to be on 24 Ki because of the Ki plus 11 that he's getting as a basic effect. And not only that, he's getting a lot of good links that provide him Ki. I think Tournament of Power provides Ki. Yeah, Ki plus 3. I think Infighter as well, if I'm not mistaken. No. Shocking Speed also provides Ki. There are so many options here and there that you can be able to take advantage of him. Just getting the max Ki, so he's gonna get the guaranteed crit. But yeah, the only thing that he's missing is just the additionals. He's just missing a lot of additionals, so that's why maybe the friend is also built up that way. Yeah, he has 14 additionals on his kid. 22 dodge, respectable. But yeah, just giving him guaranteed additionals and then dodge, that is the way to go. I feel like if I had this guy rainbowed, this is how I would probably build Jiren. Because he's lacking in the additionals department. He doesn't have any additionals, so it's not going to help him out with trying to get the damage cap in there. I actually think we might be dead. Have you been power crept, Jiren? Is this going to kill us? Wow, it got really close. Actually, it did. Okay. Alright, well, Jiren has been power crept. That's insane. Alright, so yeah, that says a lot about what happened when he got taken down earlier. He released for us on global like 2 months, if not 3 months, after the hard content from the 10th anniversary came out. That's not great. That's not good, unfortunately. Alright, so again, for the first turn, he's gonna get that 71% damage reduction, At least this turn he's gonna be fine. Let's see the damage. Yeah, his attacks are gonna be guaranteed to hit now. So 31 million right there. His attack stats are gonna be pretty high. Again, he's getting 400% attack and defense. Then he's getting the attack and defense plus 111%. But yeah, like, the man is lacking additionals. Even though he has that level 5 additional on his hidden potential, it doesn't do us any good if that additional doesn't come through, right? So we are not going to be able to... It's sometimes weird to even see his 12 key, because we just don't get to see it. It's just rare. So... yeah, on JP, of course, this man releasing in July. If you take him all the way till now, you can be able to justify that, oh wow, well, he's not good anymore on content like this. But for global, he came out 3 months ago. The man came out 3 months ago. For global, before the anniversary. Right now he's like 5 months old. But that's insane to just call it, oh well, it's over. He doesn't do enough damage anymore. Yeah. We don't like him anymore. It's just ridiculous. Oh, yeah, that's funny. It's kind of sad that he got taken out like that, bro. That was a pretty rough KO that we just got. Alright, so at least well, the next turn is going to be pretty tedious, because we're going to get the Rosei Goku Black and Samasu unit. Boss fight. They are pretty hard hitting for our boy Jiren. So now after we pass that first turn, we no longer can be able to see our where the super attack is going to be, but we also can't have that extra damage reduction, so we're in a bit of a pickle now. So he also links up pretty well with the LR, as you can see. He's got all of his links active, not max links, surprisingly, but all right, let's do this as well. We can get the extra attack power. Alright, let's just hope for the best, right? He is not the most defensive unit right here, so like let me check. We got some high defenses from this guy, but yeah. Do I do a Ghost Usher? I kind of want to see how this turn looks, but I'm pretty certain we're gonna die. So let me do a Ghost Usher just to see how he does, right? We're gonna see his turn, because otherwise it's gonna be very demoralizing just see him get KO'd. So let's do that. We're gonna get the Dokkan attack, but we're also gonna get the high attack stats because of the that support turn that we're gonna get from the Jiren here. So 35 million, you guys can see it on the bottom there. Not super high, but this is 55% full level 1 links. I wouldn't say that's terribly bad. Of course, we do need to receive super attacks in order for his attack to build up, right? Which is ridiculous to even think about it, to put him in front of a super attack. That has to be close to like the first turn that he is in. If we can put him on like turn 1, where he gets 71% damage reduction, then we can be able to get him where the super attack is and then just build up that attack. But it's weird that he's just doing that. Okay, so now I'm a little bit scared. Alright, Tech UI might not give us the dodges here, which could be pretty unfortunate. Alright, let's just hope for the best. No counter. No dodge either. Oh my god. Tech UI, brother. He's almost rainbowed for me. He's like 90%, and the man decided, you know what? Nah. Oh, great, we died. Okay, perfect. Alright, so I... Alright, well, there you go. It's gonna be awkward to just keep on showcasing this guy, so I'm just gonna stop there. It's kind of unfortunate. He kind of got power crept. Very, very unfortunate. I will say the same thing with Tech UI, the little rat. The bastard let me down like that. How dare you, bro? You have so much dodge on you, and you couldn't dodge that. Right. But yeah, Jiren, of course, he came out over here on the global version around 5 months ago. And then the anniversary content came out a few months after that, like 2 or 3 months. 3 at most. And you can think of the perspective of like, is this character going to be helpful for me? Well, you guys saw in the showcase, not so much. He might help out if you don't have 2 of them. You can possibly rebuild a team if you do have any other additional characters. So let's say Universe Survival Saga. Let's just keep it like that. And then you have these characters in there. Maybe they can help you out. This setup could be helpful. Maybe. Perhaps. I wouldn't put it past it, but it all depends. But yeah, good old Jiren, man. Kind of unfortunate that he has returned, and I don't know if he's gonna be super useful when it comes to the content that we have at the moment. So but he's not bad. Like, he can be able to at some point in one turn be able to be pretty defensive. I do like this. I do like this animation there. And then on the other turns, he can just be very, very devastatingly lethal to, you know, do a pretty high attack stat here and there. And then the other turns, he's just gonna be like nothing around the environment, right? Because he doesn't have any guard. He's just gonna have the damage reduction. And damage reduction alone really doesn't help this guy. So, but yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of the LR Carnival Jiren returning into the game for the first time in a few months, actually, because he made his first appearance on Global in December, and now he's back after a few months. So let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.